Oh, good God. I did not mean to start this, but hey there. Let me just. Hello there. I am Anas Vyas, internet's favorite person that nobody knows. Uh, Today happens to be 31st of December, which just New Year's Eve, and I do not think I'll get the chance to actually write something or do something with it next the day after. It's like 1 a.m. right now, and yeah, I do not think that I would get a chance to actually do something with it. So here we are talking. From the reception of the last video, I know that from like the downpour of the comments and views that video got, I know that this format works really well. No, just kidding. I um, prefer to add some sort of. I also do not have a habit. I was rewatching that video, and I understood the fact that I was not looking straight into the camera. That's a big problem, apparently, and so yeah, I'd like to add some actual production value, not production value, but I'd like to add something to this shitpost. Um, Preferably that would be a subtitle, because even to me I'm fucking unintelligible. So what I'm going to review is my writing, how much I've written and how much I've done in the last year. So starting off with expectations, what was my expectations for 2024? It was a lot. One of the um, one of the expectations were to finish 13th dinner, the first draft. I'm at the last chapter. I'm nearly there. I just don't know how to finish this draft. And that's why I'm going to use this opportunity to say that no, we are not going to finish the first draft. We are going to redo it again from the start, from January. That is going to be the goal of January, to like, because I have a vague idea as to how the story is going to go. So rewriting it is going to be pretty easy, because the only problem that I'm having with 13 dinner right now is that I do not know how to which direction to take the story, and I look very sleepy. Good God, and I look very sleepy in the last video as well, which is really curious as to how that works. Just so that is going to be the plan for 13th dinner, and the expectation for Sage Zera was, I did not really have expectations. Sage Zera is that wild card. If it happens, it happens. If it does not, then it does not. And I really hate how the and if it does not, then it does not. There's no changing it. There's no prioritizing it. The first and foremost priority is the Chronicles of Irving Harrison. That the whole structure bases on that, and every other spin-off and alternate universe thing will happen after that. I'm not going to pull a George R. Martin and not write the original work. I hope it is going to be a trilogy, and then like trilogy wrapping the whole stuff, and then an epilogue book about Vinash Varan. So hopefully, if I get done with this book even, and I act as though it's a book. Let me just. It's the fucking phone that I use to write. Yeah. So there's that. The expectations were not a lot. My main focus for these last 2 years have been to just churn out a lot of poetry, which I have done. In To be fair with myself, I've written a lot of poetry, and I am proud of a lot of poetry I've written. Like I've written really good stuff. Through my even twisted cage, through my perfectionist sort of I cannot even call it a work ethic. It's a work and it's a work crime at this point in time. I do not do it. But even poetry, I've wanted to write a lot, and I put an emphasis on it. I even brought and I even like stipulated myself in February to write one poem for every day for a week, and that those were one of the best poems that I've ever written, because February is a fucking fantastical time, and I cannot wish to relive it. Um, More than that, I think that poems are more sporadic. You cannot plan to write X amount of poems. I can plan to write X amount of pages for a book, or X amount of short stories for a novella, but I cannot write X amount of poems. That would not be original. That would not be genuine. That would just be me busking out nursery rhymes in order to fill a quota. I do not want to do that. And that is one of the things that let me just a second. I have written like 96 minus 29, which would be 67 poems in the last year since January, which is interesting because I do not usually write on the Notes app, the Samsung Notes app. So yeah, there could be more. There could be more that I just do not have here, but these are the ones that actually matter, because these are the ones that I'm kind of proud of. But yeah, these are the ones that I'm kind of proud of, and I prefer it this way. Like I do not want to like just shit out poems for the sake of shitting out poems, and the other verses that I've written here and there would the other verses that I've written here and there are kind of, what the fuck is this? Yeah, this is the best. This is the ambience that I want. The other poems that I've written here and there are throwaway gags at this point in time. They do not have a lot of significance to me, and yeah, there's that. So coming up to all the things that I've done, that's the poetry. That is the poetry. I also got published this year. I also got published this year. I want to show you that. And yes, and I've written, as I've said, I've nearly completed the first draft, the first part of the first draft of 13th Dinner, and I've written 12 chapters of Sage's Era. I've also written 2 short stories, if you could call that. Wait. No, I'd not call that short story. I've written 1 short story, The Last Irisan, which is the last installment in the Chronicles of Arwen Ireson series, ironically. Not ironically, but fittingly. Don't think I've written a lot this year. Other than that, let me find something. That is kind of depressing, the fact that concludes the year in review of writing for me. I can go like deeper and talk about a lot of influences and all the sort of things that have inspired me to do the things that I have done. But that would be like beating a dead horse. That would. I hate this. I hate this. I hate you. Fuck you. Sure. Unless these walls feel like they're like asylum walls, I don't think. Yeah. This is surprisingly well. Like, it takes out the background. It like. I am actually visible in the camera for once. I mean, if like that's the problem with Redmi stuff. I was really hesitant in buying this because of the fact that the video quality is shit. I swear to God, like my phone has a better video quality than this does, and I hate making. I hated it when I made the comparison last time, but look at this. Look at this shit. Oh, you cannot see it. Look at this shit. Do you see any? Do you see any grain in this? No, because it's a Samsung phone. That is the difference between Xiaomi and Samsung. Is that the other one is not fucking mid. That is the irrevocable distance. I also want to show you something. Yeah. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Get it how see it now. See how you get it. 10 toes in when we stand on Venice. I'm a big stepper, sort of. Yeah, see the shit. I took these today. They are gorgeous as fuck. I really like this one. I wish I could like throw this on, but that would like actually require effort. And I do not want to put in effort here. Let's rant about MHA. I was listening to a lot of rap today. I do usually. I am. Rap is one of like my favorite genres of music, if not the only genre of music I listen to on a daily basis. So, other than like Hamilton, whatever the fuck though that genre is, I really fuck with Hamilton. I can do a rant on that too if you want. Mm-hmm. So, MHA. Bombastic side eye. So MHA. The problem with MHA, because like people look at decor. Even I am a big proponent of how good the yeah, this works. I am a big proponent of how that is a major upgrade. I look like a pumpkin before. I look like a proper pie now. So, yeah, the major problem that people have with MHA is its fan base. Other than that, is Deco, because everybody around the table hates Deco. He's a fucking wimpy kid, and I want to punch him in the guts. And Eren was the same. Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. He was the same. But the difference between the two is that Eren grew. Eren like became one of the most deadliest people in the whole planet. What did Deku do? Put the fucking fries in the back, bro. You ain't one. Was it one for all for one? One for all, yeah. You ain't one for all, bro. You ain't one for all. You lost your fucking quirk. Yeah, and the problem is that it's too slow. And I know you have like a really one of the quirk system is one of the best power systems out there, like right next to stands, because it gives really uniqueness, a unique touch to every person. It's not even like a power system at that point in time. It's just things. It's just powers. Same with stands. Stands can do anything. There's not a physical limit. I guess Araki is the physical limit, but apart from that, there's no physical limit as to what a stand, conceptually, a stand can do. It's a physical. It's a physical man. No, not physical. It's a manifestation of one's soul. And I, one's soul can be anything. It can be a manga artist's dream of like reading into someone's life, or a desperate teenager's cry to stop time, or something along those lines. And that is why it's, you know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like one of the best series is out there. Like that, I don't think there's any debate on the fact that JoJo is gas. Yes. If Deku's development, I have severe case of ADHD. I am attention deficit to a fault. Anyways, the problem with Deku is that it should have been a season. He was a whiny kid, and then he became like a responsible person, like All Might. He became like All Might. If that had happened in season 1, and season 2 and 3 and 4 were like all of these villains coming up to shake his morals, and how he acts, and how he behaves, and how his classmates are, that would have been a really interesting story, especially in the world of MHA, because it's one of the most vibrant and well thought out worlds. But that was not the story. It was about a fucking whimpering child that went through 4 seasons and still cried. That you can be vulnerable. You can't be a whimpering child as a protag to a shonen anime. That just does not make sense. That's like a dumbass being in a like crime thriller. No, that's like a. I read this story about in class 10th. It was in our curriculum. Um, it was about this spy, and how like he was a fat person and this and that. He broke all the stereotypes of being a spy, like that exotic Bond look. He did not have it. And what's the point then? Yeah, realistically it makes sense. Okay, he's a child. He's an actual child, so he'd be all fucking gloaty and shit. Look at Chainsaw Man. They Tatsumaki Fujiyama, you are a fucking dumbass. But the way you write stories and the way you portray manga, Goodbye Henry, one of the most, like, it transcends manga. Goodbye Henry, to anybody who has not read Goodbye Henry, go fucking read it. Do not read Fire Punch though. Fire Punch Man. Do not read Fire Punch Man though. And yeah, there's like Chainsaw Man does a whimpering child, a child put, or JJK does children put into these dangerous situations 1,000 times better than whatever the fuck MHA does. It glorifies the fact that these children are suffering. These children are weapons of war. And any good series, no matter how well thought out, no matter how what spectacles they use, at the end of the day, if they're not self-aware, I do not think that they can transcend anything beyond being popcorn fodder. Like, that is my thought, because you cannot derive anything other than All Might. All Might is the best fucking part of MHA. I fucking love All Might. I am a really big sucker for like these tropes of people, like these upright dudes that just inspire goodness, that just make you want to be good, make you want to believe in humanity like they do. Like take Eddard Stark, take All Might, take Rengoku, take I had someone else in mind. Yeah, these people that inspire loyalty all across the table, and that is why like I really dig these characters. Anyways, I'm sure we can rant about something else. And now I've lost my fucking voice from yelling too much. So, thank you for watching, I suppose, and good night.